Oh, come on down. Hey, oh, come on down. Oh, come on down. Hey, oh, come on down. Oh, come on down. Hey, oh, come on down. Oh, come on down. Hey, oh, come on down. Oh, come on down. Hey, oh, come on down. Oh, come on down.
Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things related to commercial appliances. Welcome all of you that are new to commercial and those of you well-versed in this industry of ours. Your host is Mike Reed, a technician who has been in the industry for 32 years, with his beginnings working in his family's appliance business based out of the western suburbs of Chicago. Get ready for a truly interactive broadcast. Have all your questions ready and prepare yourself to truly engage with Mike and discuss ideas on all things related to commercial appliances. Without further delay, here is your host. Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things.
Hey, what's going on? Let's get the show going. All right, 1 second. Let's get everything all set up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yo, what's going on? Adeko Appliance Repair, what's the word? All right. Hold on 1 second. Let's get this sound. There we go. I now have to do this like chain broadcast text message to family members and friends and whatnot because nobody can seem to remember when the hell I do my show. So I do appreciate you guys for being here because everybody else forgets. All right, let me see here. Let me get out of that. So bear with me. Had to make dinner for the little one. I gotta load up some. There we go. Now that's crazy. Duka shows up. Duka shows up everywhere but my damn phone. That's crazy. All right, so hold on 1 second. All right, good. Hold on one second. Let me do this. Let me do this chain text email stuff. Hold on. So let me add the old man. Let me add my sister. So let me add Brother Dexter. Hold on. How you guys doing this evening? Let me add oh man, hold on. Brother Frank. Gotta add all the Florida guys. Well, not Brother Frank Evans, but Frank down there in where the hell's Frank's other number? All right, I'm live on YouTube because everybody got some kind of an issue with Instagram. So I'm broadcasting right now on Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. All right, so let me put up the invite and copy that. Let me put this in the boom. All right, so that's done. And I'll put you guys in the, it won't be a group chat, it'll just be a notification if that's something that you guys would like. All right, now that's done. Let me put that link over here for you guys. So here's the link. Oh wow, it went to Instagram and Twitch now. That's different. So let's see if we got anybody on Instagram. Let's see what's up with the gramming in. And while we're doing that, what you see on the screen is Dukers and all the little stuff that they do. If you don't know, currently what I'm up to is I'm going to be adding text. And when you add text, you got to feed the beast. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to add. Let's see who else I got. No, all right, that's not gonna work. Oh well. Oh, we got. Oh, Brother Dexter's here. Brother Dexter, what's happening?
What's up, Mikey?
Yo, what's up? My brother from another mother.
What up, Mikey?
I hope it's not too late for you, is it?
Ah.
Yeah, I know.
I should be asleep already.
Yeah, okay.
No,
Yeah, okay.
I'm good, brother Mike. What's up, man?
Good.
You started late?
No. All right. So on Monday, what is it? Damn, I don't even know the freaking days. Hold on, let me flash it up on the screen. So on Mondays, I come on at 7 Central Time because I'm an hour behind you.
Yeah, right. You're an hour. Yeah, right.
And so on Thursdays, I come on after 8 because I can only really guarantee one day. Oh, there's Brother Mike Adams. Yeah, here let me see. I had this. Thank you very much, Mike Adams, for contributing to the show. I got your donations. I got it. Thank you very much. Hold on one second. Thank you very much. Hey, and hey Dexter, brother, you don't know this, but I've been doing this for all this time, and I've been in the doghouse with YouTube. So they had been withholding my money and everything. And when you know it, yeah, because I'm advertising to do the dishwashers and everything else. Hold on 1 second. Let me take this thing off of here because I'm advertising to do the dishwashers. Oh man, what is it? The slushy machine, the alcoholic beverages. Somehow, some kind of way, now, they miraculously recognize me, and they found this money that they owe me. Oh, surprise, surprise! So, yeah, they have been withholding. I didn't know it, but they have been withholding $350 some bucks from me. For like 2.5 years.
So that should be interest on that.
It should be. You know how these big corporations are, man.
Of course.
You know how they are. So, this is perfect timing. And you don't have to be on the screen if you don't want to. You could.
No, I'm good, man. I'm good. We're good.
Good. So
We're good.
I'm gonna flash up. So this is something. The reason why I'm showing this up on the screen, and people know I've shown this time and time again, is, let me see if I've been running a ton of calls to them. Not like I haven't been running a ton of calls to them for the last couple of years, but they have about 10 warehouses around the United States. So let me stop that and let me show you guys what. Damn, this thing is not playing fair with me today. All right, bear with me. We're going to have to do this one. All right, here we go. So what you see here is, so this is a Dukers unit. This unit is only a week old. So I just changed the controller. Here it is with this one. Just doing, and then next door to the warehouse, there's this butcher shop, and I bought tomahawk steaks.
Mm-hmm.
So they but yeah, that's because the guy next door was like, man, they got tomahawk steaks for like $50. So I went over there and got me 3 tomahawk steaks for $60. But anyway, so right now they're running into a problem, and this problem is happening right now, where they got these brand new controllers, and they know it's the green ones, because they specifically asked me, was it a green one? They're getting locked up. And they won't allow the thing to go into a defrost cycle. And then when you go to try to program it, you go to try to change the parameters, it won't even let you change it. So this is just to show, hey, look, they have their warehouses. I'll look up and see where the one is over there in Florida. But I have videos here. I did this one yesterday. So this landed me this client actually today. They love the fact that I came out, I explained to them what was going on, I knocked it out, and come to find out they got about 10 restaurants.
So you had the controller with you?
No. That's what you see here in this picture. I went to the warehouse, just so happens to be 22 minutes from my house. So it's northeast of my house. So instead of me going straight north to the restaurant and doing this repair, I just went northeast, picked up the part, and then it was another 15 minutes for me to get from the warehouse over to the restaurant and change it. So that's what you see here. I'm in the warehouse, and I'll show you some other pictures. Well, I'll get to it. But yeah, as you see, this was another job I had. So the reason why I'm trying to tell you guys, and I've been telling you guys about this chain for the longest, everything. If you look in this on this screen here, the convection oven is Dukers. The griddle up on top is Dukers. The chef base at the bottom is Dukers. This prep table right here, this 3-door prep table, that's Dukers. This is all one place. This is the back of the kitchen, and here is the I guess you could say it's the front of the kitchen. So this is the same kitchen. They have 3 deep fryers that are Dukers. they got another chef base that's Dukers. Then they got the griddle that's Dukers. Then they got a range that's Dukers. Another chef base. Another. That was a griddle instead of a grill. And then they have upright units. So I'm showing you, and then there's a prep table. So I'm showing you got another prep table, all Dukers. All Dukers. So it's a lot easier for me to show you guys than to tell you. This is how aggressive Dukers is in the market. So they're doing the same Atosa game plan. And luckily this one, so it's a regular old, deep fryer like everybody else. There's nothing special about it. The high limit's to the left. The gas valve is to the right. And then I'll show you all the gas valves that they have stacked up at the warehouse. Only thing different is they're using a regular oven knob instead of other companies use a different knob for their thermostats. But I got it going, and the only other thing they had in there that wasn't Dukers was this Volrath warmer. But once again, I took picture. Everything is Dukers, and they're opening up another. So this company also wants me to do work for them. They also have about 10 restaurants around the city of Houston. Unfortunately, it's not in Florida, but I'm just trying to show you that Dukers is making these deals nationwide. They're making this deal nationwide with these places, and they're trying to flood the market. They're trying to flood the market with these units. Hold on a second. Oh, that's my daughter, her friend. I was doing some griddle work. It was another Dukers. It was another Dukers unit. Had to do this a compressor on this unit. Now their compressors drop like flies. So in Florida where you are, they can't handle this type of heat and humidity. So it's going to be a lot of seal system work. Okay, so here's the warehouse. So this is what I want to show you from the warehouse. Let me see what we got here.
So what happened?
All right. So here's the warehouse.
It's the strips.
Just a couple. I'm moving a little fast, but yeah, there's the gas valves for the deep fryers. There's the gas valves for ovens, propane, natural gas, both types of gas valves. There's your pilots. There's burning ranges. They have everything. They have everything. Now, each location is going to vary. It depends on who the warehouse manager is. But they have, they got the Yodel loops for the drain heater. I mean for the drain pan. So there's the Yodel loops. I don't know what that is down on the floor. That's a leg. Okay, legs and handles and whatnot. Let me see what else they got. And then they got vending machines, all that kind of fun stuff. And I had a couple of, so that's the same place. So let me get on out of here. Let me go and show you a little bit about, so we're gonna stop that. Let me see here. And let me go back. So let me try to see if I could find, let me see if I can try to find the warehouse for you. All right, let's see what, there it is. Okay, so it's over there in Lakeland, Florida. So, not that far. You're not going to be driving over there, but you're going to have a quick 1-2 day turnaround as far as the parts. Okay, so you're talking about a quick turnaround time over there in South Florida. So because you still down here, right? Uh-oh, did I lose you? Hold on a second. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, you still down this way, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So they are still. So they're you know, I don't know if you consider that South Florida or Central Florida.
Well, Lakeland.
Yeah,
Probably Central.
yeah, more like Central. So it
Yeah.
is. It's not that far from you. So if you did need something next day, you could
Right.
probably get it as long as you ordered it early enough in the day.
Right.
So there's the number right there.
Duker's Warehouse.
Yeah. So this is the number. So inside the warehouse, they're actually they actually staff that with a guy that's handling warranty for that market. So the guy that's working in the Florida warehouse, he's actually mainly taking care of calls in Florida.
Mhm.
Now you got two tech support guys. One that's East Coast and one that's West Coast. So your guy that's East Coast, you know what? I think he might have actually worked for LG too.
Mm.
So he's been saying he's going to retire for the last freaking 5-6 years that I've known this guy.
Mm.
So he used to be the guy they got. He used to be the only one that they had. Now they got two, and then some of the other people that answer the phone can help, and it all depends on who they have working as the warehouse manager in Florida. They can also help. Now let me see if yeah, brother Frank is here. Yo, what's going on? Oh, Lakeland is 3 hours from you. Okay, so you're probably south too. So this Mike, I think he's south too. I think he's south. Oh yeah, let me see. Let me hit the so let everybody know to like, share, and subscribe. But yeah, I wanted everybody to know and to see. I am actually seeing this firsthand. I've worked with Dukers since day one. Dukers actually was here under another name that went defunct, and then they went back, got better backing, and they came back as Dukers. They were previously using Baker Supply. So in Florida, your distributor is Baker. Oh, you're north. Okay. So you'll still get it. You'll get your stuff pretty much, 2 days or next day if you order your stuff before 11. There's a good chance you probably get your stuff next day. So it all depends. Now Dukers, as you guys saw, they do everything. They even there was a lawsuit on the ice machine, and that was Blue Air was in a lawsuit. I think Dukers was involved in one, but Dukers had an ice machine. They had an ice machine that was kind of a knockoff of Hoshizaki. That's all right. I'll show you this. People are, like I said, they're aggressively using Dukers. Now I'll give you a couple of different numbers to call. One is to call that Florida warehouse. And here's the chef base you saw. Because they're being sold through Baker distribution, these items are being sold by the largest dealers in your market. So let me see here. Glass door merchandisers. I mean, they're coming for everything. So, like I said, they actually make a vending machine, the AI vending machine. That's their sister company. It's called Haha. Pizza prep tables. So they're here. and they're ready to take on every style of food concept. Just about every style of food concept. So there's your glass door. I've seen those in different restaurants. They use the glass door freezers, and they will just like I had those tomahawk steaks that I bought today. They will have them displayed in that glass door freezer, and then when you order your food, they'll just take it right out of the freezer and then cook it for the client, or they have like food to go. So here in Texas, we have a lot of we have. So the ranchers, they raise the cattle, and then they'll actually butcher the cattle too, and some of them have their own restaurants, and in places like that. So here we go with the undercounter with the wheels. So this is, they're pretty much going after the same type of clientele that Hoshizaki is. And this is, let me see if I can find this thing. Hold on, Dukers. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know why. Because Dukers had an ice machine. Yeah, with the lawsuit going around between Hoshizaki and everybody else, I don't think they wanted to fight it out. So I guess they discontinued that unit, allegedly. I don't know too sure, but I know that Blue Air had it out with them, and they had finally settled that lawsuit. But let me go back to Dukers, and let me get you some other numbers. So let me ask you here, brother. This is your first time hearing about me mention Dukers, right?
Right.
All right, so let me get you these numbers. So as you can see, this is California, but when you call the 800 number, and you can email that info at Dukers USA, the system is set up where it'll send you to everybody East Coast.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about that. And let me make sure. All right, let me see here. We got some comments. Untamed Kango, what's happening? Yeah, we got all the Jamaican brothers in the house today.
Mm-hmm.
We got half of Kingston and St. Anne's in the house. All right, HVACR, what's going on? First class service, what's happening? Thank you all for being here. Hold on one second. Let me get. Yeah, hey, Dexter, man, I got half of the people that watch my show are from Florida.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey, put a 1 in the chat if you guys are in Florida watching me right now.
Being involved and being active on his YouTube channel. How good of you to join us.
All right, so this is Dukers. All right, so now we're gonna move on. So these are all brands that you should sign up with and at least have as a base. So the next one is gonna be a Tosa. A Tosa was the original foreign brand. Now, Dukers was from Korea, so they don't have as much to do with this tariff business like everybody else does. What the hell? Who the hell's texting me? So yeah, they don't have to deal with all that stuff. All right, hold on a second. So let me show you a Tosa. So it's all going to be the same. Everything is going to be everything's going to be the same.
We are sing.
Everything is
But different.
everything's going to look the same. But what it boils down to is the controllers are going to be different. Controllers are different. And then Dukers, because Dukers is newer to the market than a Tosa. A Tosa had been on the market. You remember when I went back to Chicago, and well, you met me when I was in Chicago, right? Yeah, you met me when I was in Chicago. So Atosa has been in the market. Yeah, see, look at the chat, man. You got HVACR, he's in Florida. You got Mike Adams in Florida. You got Untamed Kangle in Florida. And these are the people that are willing to say that they're in Florida. But so Dukers really only has about a good 6 years in the market, and they're still learning. But Atosa has been in the market now, I want to say a good 12 years. A good 12 years. The CEO of Atosa, he was the first Chinese company to ever bring his product out of the they got a foreign section at the appliance show, and he was the first one to ever set up shop next to like True and Imperial and all the rest of them. And he got laughed at, but he kept at it, and now he's on top of the world. So Atosa stuff is pretty good. The weakness with Atosa are their controllers, and of course some of their compressors. They don't go with Dukers. They use foreign compressors. They're using foreign controllers. Atosa they're using like regular compressors that we get here. Excuse me. And it's regular door closers, door hinges, the whole nine, because they just learned over the years. They're using regular Corel controllers. I mean, it's not American, it's Italian, but it's what everybody else is using. And they're using regular old Tecumseh compressors. They're using Tecumseh compressors. So the regular stuff that you can get, brother, you could just go right to John Stone and get a compressor and fix an Atosa. You can go right to Baker and get a compressor and fix an Atosa. And even now, Marcone, because Marcone is carrying commercial parts. So it's the only problem you got is on some of these controllers that they've got. Those are proprietary. Not these, but they still have especially on the prep tables, they'll have a 24-volt display, and then they will have a control panel in the back. And the problem with having the control panel in the back is that it'll get wet. And then when it gets wet, the unit doesn't work at all. And so they've only got like two different boards, one for refrigerator, another for freezer. But let me go ahead and get you guys let me get you this contact information. And they got ovens and everything else, the combi ovens. Now, here's the nice thing about Atosa. Atosa was the first one to have 10 warehouses all throughout the United States. So here's their number. So you can call Atosa, get set up with Atosa. It's a good thing that you called me this time of the year. Everybody who they normally rely on is now doing air conditioners. So this is the best time to get signed up with all these companies. You got it? So like I said before, they got 10 warehouses around North America. They got 10 warehouses around the country. So everybody saw how well that worked out, and they decided to follow up. All right, everybody over there in Puerto Rico, there you go. They even got a warehouse in Puerto Rico. They even got one in Puerto Rico. But, look, see, they copied them. Dukers copied Atosa down to the T. Look at that. So here is the number for the local warehouse. So you're going to want to call both these. You're going to want to call the 800 number, and you're going to want to call the local warehouse. The reason why I'm saying this is because you have calls that go into the corporate, and then you have the local dealers that are calling into the warehouse, asking the warehouse to send somebody as well. And once again, your parts for Florida are going to come out of this warehouse. So once again, 3 hours away from both of you guys. Well, actually less than 3 hours. I think that's less than 3 hours away from West Palm Beach, but still. They try to put it in a central enough place where they can hit both of them. So Atlanta's got a warehouse, Tampa's got one, and of course Texas. We used to only have Dallas, and now they added this one. So I used to, when I first started dealing with Atosa, all my stuff used to have to come out of Dallas, and they would send me stuff next day. So we got that. So you got Atosa, and then I'll breeze over this stuff real quick. So Atosa has the same thing with hot side, cold side, open air merchandisers to compete with Turbo Air, the Chef Base, so that they can, and they have hot side to go with all the Chef Base stuff. So they put the griddles, grills, hot plates on top, the combi ovens. Let's see here. And then this is something new. So now they have these freaking walk-in coolers. Atosa, Dukers doesn't have any classes, but Atosa does. So if you're in Florida and you want to go to a Atosa training class, you're gonna have to go to Dallas. Everybody's got to go to Dallas. So the nice thing about these walk-ins is that everything is mounted right above the box. So these are my favorite type of units to work on. You don't have to get onto the roof. You don't have to, none of that stuff. This is all going to be right above the unit. So you got a lot of earning potential with Atosa. Like I said, they got combi ovens with Atosa, all your refrigeration. Atosa is also very aggressive with regional chains. They don't gain traction with your McDonald's, with your Burger King and stuff like that. Occasionally I see them here and there, especially Dukers and Blue Air. But your regional chains, places that are, you might have 10, 15, or in Florida, you might have 3 or 4 in your market, but all over Florida. And that seems to be their strategy, is that they're going after stuff like that. So they have, combi ovens, they have the tabletop, they have deep fryers. So I'll show you that right now. So here's the hot side. And I believe, hold on. Oh, I thought they had electric. So they have gas fryers, natural gas, and they have propane. And once again, they learn their lesson. So Robert Shaw is an American company. This is the supplier of all suppliers. Robert Shaw owns a lot of the companies that make HVAC equipment. So it's an Illinois company. So once again, you can service your any of this equipment with American stuff. Oh, excuse me, I had to sneeze. So once again, you really don't have to worry about too much stuff with Atosa. Do they skimp out? So it's funny that this thing says Robert Shaw. This is not a Robert Shaw thermostat. This is a little misleading. That's not. They do have Robert Shaw parts like that gas valve is, but that is not. That is a Chinese. They got Chinese thermostats. But you could put in a Robert Shaw if you need it, and all will be right with the world. All the stuff will fit. So here is the ranges that they got. Yeah, all gas, no electric. When you get into some of the other brands, they got that. But if you want to just do refrigeration, Atosa and Dukers will take you with just refrigeration. If you only want to do hot side, Atosa and Dukers will take you with just hot side. So it's not a big deal. Here we go. They got broilers, all that stuff. I do have to work on these damn cheese melters, salamanders, broilers quite a bit. These are not the best of quality. It's really hard to adjust the pilot on this, and then the ceramic infrared burner that's at the top. Because these damn things are coming from China, they often crack. And a very small crack, it'll work for a while, but that crack it won't last very long with that crack. The crack will, due to the heat, it will continue to spread, and pretty soon they'll start having it'll start like having balls of fire come out of the damn thing. All right, so that is CEO Jakes, what's happening? All right, brother. So that is Atosa. So we got Dukers, Atosa. Let's go with let me show you another one. Here's another one that's aggressive, and this is Blue Air. Let's see here. Yeah, commercial refrigeration. There we go. So I've shown this before too. Yeah, CEO Jakes. I'm just going over some of the brands that guys need to sign up with. These are brands that are aggressively looking for people to service their product. This is the time of the year that they all get abandoned because everybody and their mother rushes on over to AC to go fix capacitors, change condenser motors, fix burnt up disconnects, and all that other fun stuff. So what I'm doing is when I do get the chance, I show you. So early on, I did show some videos of restaurants that are fully outfitted with this equipment, and they are doing whatever they can to make sure that they don't buy True, they don't buy Imperial, they don't buy Charleston. They only want them to buy, their equipment, and they will price this stuff aggressive. They're very aggressive. So here's Blue Air. This is the only thing that survived, and this is because it's a knockoff of Scotsman, and Scotsman decided not to sue them. But so I guess they did lose out on the Hoshizaki situation. And unfortunately, you don't see these in restaurants. Where you see these are in retirement homes, dental offices, that kind of thing. Not my favorite. Now, once again, Blue Air has parts that are here. Blue Air is being sold through, also through Baker Supply. All right, let me go back. Once again, if you only want to do refrigeration, right about now, they would love you forever if you're willing to take their stuff on. Every single one of those brands I told you about before have their own little issues. This brand has more issues than all of the rest. Now, when it comes to Blue Air, as you can see here with the controller, this is their own controller. Their controller has an option to switch to fit any model. So I got about 5 or 6 of these. Problem with that is when you have a power outage, and especially in Florida, you got a lot of power outages. When you have a power outage, this controller right here blinks out and will revert to, let's just say, an upright fridge. Now that's a problem if it's an upright freezer, because it's not set to go down anything lower than 32 degrees. Like this is saying 35. So then the customer is going to call you frantic that everything is defrosting in their unit. And then you have to go in, hold down the lock button, unlock the controls, hold down the up and down button, and then you have to cycle through to the exact model you got. You're going to have a prep table, won't have the same features as an upright. And then if it's not set to freezer, it won't get down to the right temperature, right? And then if you have it set to freezer and it's a fridge, it's going to freeze the product. So that is one of the issues that we have out here in the field with Blue Air. And once again, this is a Korean company. The Koreans are extremely headstrong, and they don't see any need in changing this. Now, of course, in South Korea, in Seoul, they don't have power outages. Never. You know, they're one of the most advanced countries out there. So they don't have the type of issues that we have here in Texas and Florida. Like we have a storm and then we lose power for a couple days and then the power come back on. You're going to get a bunch of calls on Blue Air locations. Or you just need to take your ass on over to a place that you know has Blue Air, and then you can make quite a bit of money because you're going to have to go in there and reprogram up, down, up, down. You're going to have to reprogram all those damn units to what they need to be. So that's always a fun thing. Like I said, so this one is different. This one, right. So this one uses the, oh shoot, what the hell's that XL? This one uses the other type of controller. But that's it. I wish they would go use this one for all of them, but they don't. They don't. And this controller right here is universal. You can go ahead and get, this is not the Corel controller. This is the, damn, I can't think of it right now. All your HVAC stores sell this controller, and they sell a controller very similar to it. They're universal. You can go in there. You can set the parameters for fridge, freezer. You can set the parameters for fan. You can set the parameters for interval defrost, the whole nine, and be done with it. $215, $220, and you're done with it. So you don't even have to get the original from Blue Air when it comes to this. You can just go ahead and get the universal for that one. But all of these, there is no way around it. Oh yeah, that's a Corel controller. Man, I wish they would get away from. So this is a Corel controller. I wish they would stick with that. All of these, unfortunately, right here are proprietary controllers. So when you're working on Blue Air, another problem that you have with that particular controller is when the staff is cleaning, especially the prep tables. When they're cleaning this prep table and they got a lot of water and they're washing the top of that unit, the water drips down. It doesn't seal very well. That controller will get wet and it will short out. The display it won't pixelate, but instead of it saying 35, you might just see 3.1 or 3S or 3, like almost like a broken D or something like that, or a B. It's going to be like really, really, you won't be able to see it. So oftentimes we'll change them because of that. The door hinges have a habit of breaking. So when you go through these units, you're going to want to hold the door open and see if it closes on its own. Because let me see if they, yeah. So they do say self-closing doors. So the self-closing door part, the door hinges break, and then the door gaskets often rip. There's only a 90-day warranty on the door gasket. So you're gonna, let me see if I can show you that. So there's a 90-day warranty on the door gasket. Customers will often ask you to change the door gaskets under warranty. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. Let me go with, oh, it's only going to show me the PDF. So let's see here. No, wrong count. All right, so as you can see here, a lot of stuff is 1 year. Chest freezers are only 1 year. 1 year on the hot side. Now, what they have the 2-year labor on are some of these units. But once again, that does not include the door gaskets. Compressors got 5 years. Some of the higher end models, as they say, all ice machines got 3 years. 5 years on most Korean manufactured, not Chinese. Like I said before, Korean. So they don't have to worry about a lot of this, tariff stuff. And then residential knocks the stuff down to 1 year. Residential knocks, oh no, I got a 3-year warranty. I got a 5-year. No, your ass got 1 year. You're running this operation out of your home. You're doing DoorDash out your house. You're doing catering from home. You closed down your restaurant and you brought some of this stuff, and you still do some stuff for your best clients and stuff like that. Still take care of offices and whatnot. No, your ass only got 1 year. So you got to pay. You got to pay. So yeah, they got what is not covered, non-warranty items, gaskets. These parts are, so the lamp isn't covered under warranty. It used to be 90 days, so they actually took that off. Gaskets, casters, shelf clips, all that kind of stuff, airflow guards. And these are all things that they're going to call you for and expect it to be covered under warranty. I usually, take this, laminate it, and hand it to the damn customer and say, here, it's in writing. It's not covered. You can call the factory if you want to. You owe me money. And I'll go ahead and get you the gasket, but you got to pay for the service call. You got to pay for the labor. You got to pay for the part. And they don't like it, but what else can they do? What else can they do? So once again, here are the numbers. Blue Air, there's the phone number. And then there's the email. You can also contact them on that one. QBD! No, that CEO Jakes, you did say that. You said that minus 40 and QBD were under the same one. Oh, bro, I changed a lot of gaskets. I changed a ton of gaskets. Hold on a second. Let me stop that screen. I changed a ton of gaskets, brother. So let me, let's see here. Yeah, gaskets take a beating. Gaskets take a beating. Oh, just so you know, so here's that same controller that, like I said, everybody uses this one. Dixel, there it is. It's a Dixel controller. So Atosa is using some Dixel controllers. Blue Air is using them, but it's only on a few models that they're using those. So let me show you. Bam, here it is. See, so here on the sliding door unit, the door gasket was ripped up. So here you can see it on the back. So actually, this unit had door gaskets torn on the left door, on the right door, and there's another gasket for the middle, and that was torn up as well. That was the Dukers. And so even this is a school that I had to take care of. I had to do a whirlpool, I had to change a valve because it was flooding the freaking place. But that's just an example of still being able to use your residential in a commercial setting. So that school uses this to wash the towels and rags and stuff like that. And occasionally when kids have accidents. Anyway, so then the hot side, you know, having to change this kind of stuff out. And I covered this on another video. So auction, I gotta go to, that's the little one hanging out with her friend. So let me see here. Yeah, so I had to take care. I didn't show, this was just a typical, the water was running out of this damn thing. But of course, in doing this, that's just how bad the water is. So now there's my chemical that I sell to them. I was dropping off 2 cases of the all-temp dish detergent for the dishwasher. And then the lady that owns the school, I saw her with every damn shop towel she had clean up water on the floor. And it ended up that the fill valve for the washer got stuck in an open position. So now I got to talk to her about doing a clean out on her tankless, because apparently this is the second or third tankless that she's had since she opened the school. I was the first servicer for this school. So I was involved with all the equipment that were installed in this place, and I did the warranty work on all the True units in there. So that's the ice machine in there, that's the oven, and then right behind it, that's the dishwasher over there to the right. That's the CMA dishwasher, and I did a motor change out on that. And of course, she's got some Blodgett ovens, that whole thing. Let me see if I did swing over this. I had to go, there's my dishwasher. I had to go and do leak checks on the Imperial range and all that other kind of stuff. I got to do a cleaning on this dish machine. So it's due. It's due for cleaning. So yeah, Imperial. So I take care of that. I had to do work on those ovens. I mean, on those True fridges. And then there is the washer. So you will still be able to do residential and commercial. All right, so let me get up out of this. Let me go back, see if you guys got any questions. I prefer wet, to be honest with you. I prefer wet. You want to correct? Yeah, you said that. So first class says, which do you prefer, hot side, cold side, or wet? I prefer wet because it's fewer of us that service wet. So you're really talking about a limited group of service providers on dishwashers, a limited group of service providers on laundry, a limited group of servicers on, yeah, what the hell else is there? But yeah, when it comes to wet, it is a very small, so you don't get the pushback like you do on ice machines. You don't get the pushback like you do on deep fryers. So when it comes to deep fryers, unless it's like a $20,000-$30,000 deep fryer, you know, I don't get the pushback. It's very costly to change out a dishwasher. Matter of fact, I'll show you. All right, let's go with this one. Uh-oh, hold on a second. So just so you know, when it comes to dishwashers, so even and this is just on average, right? On average, a customer is not trying to throw out. See, this is my favorite. So this is like a 66. See, even this is the glass washer at a bar. So that is $7,000. Nobody's really trying to rip out, because this is hooked up to the plumbing and everything else like that. You got to pay a lot of money to get this disassembled and a lot of money to get it installed. And then they're not going to get this thing done in a weekend. See, like this Champion unit. This is Champion. So I signed back. Well, it's not back up. I signed up with Champion. I've had all the training with Champion, but I've never been officially an ASA. The distributor for Champion in this market has had to turn down sales on Champion units because they didn't have anybody to install them. So he asked around, and he found out that I actually work on them, and then he found out that I actually had the training on it. What I didn't do is go so far as to become an authorized service agent, because I felt no need. What was the point? Where it does come into play is if you're going to do an install, you really should be an authorized service agent. And this way, when something does go wrong during the install, you could take care of everything all at one time. But as you see here, this is just a glass washer. This is just what the bar has right there for the bartenders to use. That's $13,000. They're not trying to get rid of a $13,000 dishwasher. And even still, EST44. So as you can see here, here's an EST44. This is one of the most common CMA dishwashers out there. $16,000, that's before shipping. $16,000, that's before install. Oh yeah, I've installed these too. That's $43,000 on that Jackson. $39,000. So, and then let me stop before somebody starts going into the comment section. Man, he trying to sell us stuff. He trying to sell us stuff, man. Because yeah, you guys are good on that one. Yeah, the water valve. I showed that it was all rusted. All right, so Brother Frank said, "What do you mean about pushback?" Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll do work on a Manitowoc Indigo, and then the customer be like, "Oh man, you're gonna charge me all this money for this unit?" And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna charge you all this money for the unit. Oh, I don't really want this dishwasher anyway. It's in the way of the register and blah 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 blah. You know, it is what it is. Oh, I don't make that much money. Now, when it comes to this damn machine, I had one go out on Sunday. So I went out on Sunday. Hold on, let me show you guys the pictures. So I had to go out on Sunday, and Saturday night they were done at 5, but the employees didn't finish washing dishes until 9 o'clock at night. So you run the risk of losing your employees, because they're just going to go somewhere else where they don't have to stay till 9 o'clock at night washing dishes. So not only are they having to pay more money for overtime on these dishwashers, right? But they run the risk of losing their employees. Pizza Hut. Yeah, I showed you guys Pizza Hut. Damn, where the hell is it? Yeah, I saw Hobart at Home Depot. Not doxing them. I mean, we got to get parts and stuff from Home Depot. We got to get parts. So he's there. a lot of times they will station service technicians at Home Depot, at Lowe's, and that kind of stuff. And when we need supplies, a lot of our supplies are actually from like Home Depot and Lowe's. Now, when we need pumps, we need TXVs and stuff like that, that comes from elsewhere. But we need Wagos. As you see in this picture here, we need cords. I had to fix this cord. The cord had burned. Here's the outlet. The outlet had burned, but I'm not touching the outlet. I'm not an electrician. So here I am. This came from Home Depot. This came from Home Depot. Now, how we got here is I'm trying to get to this freaking part for the dishwasher. So I'm only dealing with the appliance. I'm not dealing with the wall. So you can do whatever the hell you want to with the appliance. You can put on whatever cord you need to. And this is a chain that you have in your town. Oh, yeah, this is a chain that you got in your town. That was it. All right, so hold on 1 second. Where the hell is what's the name? Damn it. I got some really nice pictures on this damn dishwasher. Really nice pictures on this dishwasher. Let me see what you guys got to say. Oh, you're not seeing it? Oh, my bad. My bad. Hold on. Ah, sorry about that. Let me stop that screen. Let me remove it. Sorry about that. And let me just do the entire screen. Sorry about that. Now you'll be able to see it. Yeah, I just so happened to look down and see it, and I was like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's kind of good you guys didn't see all those damn pictures. But yeah, when you were asking about the valve, this is the culprit. The water was trash. The water is trash, man. Oh, my pictures didn't sync up. My pictures didn't sync up. Hold on 1 second. I got some other ones from that same location. So you'll see what kind of condition. Let me show you what kind of condition this. See, this is Chipotle. When I had to do the startup at Chipotle. FWE, Imperial. Unfortunately, they're not going to sign you guys up. Hoshizaki, you do Hoshizaki, Woodstone. Woodstone might sign you up. But Imperial is very picky on who's doing stuff for them. Oh, hold on 1 second. All right. All right, so from here, I'm gonna have to go. Hold on, let me see if I can. See if I could get some other pictures. It's a lot easier to do this. It's a lot easier to do this with my damn phone. Sorry about that. But yeah, this is all the CMA. As you're looking on the screen, these are all the damn CMAs that I do. This is just the shots of the labels. This is just the shots of the labels. Let me see what I can look up here. Let me see if I can do Sugarland. Because it is just on the other side of my wife. It is just on the other side of her. Damn. Wish I could show you some of those. I'm sorry. All right, tell you what, let me shrink this. All right. Here we go. So this is the CMA dishwasher. God, well, I done told you before. Yes, you're not doing anything in the wall. You have to be a plumber. Anything in the wall, you have to be an electrician. You can change cords on the appliance all day, all night. There's no regulation on you fixing a cord. No regulation whatsoever on you changing a cord. So if you have to get an electrician to do something with the cord, if it is what they call a whip, if it's wired into the wall, then you have to get an electrician to disconnect it and all that other kind of stuff. But other than that, no. If it plugs in, you can then change the plug. So this is a dishwasher. This is a CMA. So you change these contactors. This contactor had fried. And actually, if you look in this picture, oh shoot, if you look in this picture here, what happened to me a couple days later is the one to the left. If you can see that wire there, that one to the left just completely burned up. That sucker had fried. So that contactor was shot. Oh yeah, there's JB. I was telling you guys I saw JB in Houston. Sorry about that. That was a from an accident I had. Well, hold on 1 second. Oh well, I'll just cancel this one. I wish I could have shown it to you, but I don't have it ready. I don't have that damn picture ready. In the Ring neighborhood, asking for HVAC. Okay, let me see what you're talking about here. Let me shop that. Yes, it's a cord. Anything having to do with the wall, you must be an electrician. There's no law about you cutting the in and changing the in. Anybody can do that. Now, if you're going to go and deal with the outlet, now you need to be an electrician. But you can actually deal with an outlet that's actually a part of the appliance. So no problem. So yeah, this is just a cord, bro. It's just a cord. So you can change this. You can cut this off and make this a 90. You can cut this off and do whatever you need to do. Nothing about that. All right, there's a noticeable surge of inquiries asking for about HVAC, appliance repair, electrical lawn care. Why wouldn't they ask for the lowest cost? Who the hell is asking for the highest cost? Oh yeah, I want to fix my car, but I only want to pay the highest cost there is. Nobody ever does that. That's against human nature. When you go looking for stuff, when you go to the grocery store, do you say, I want the most expensive bell peppers ever? When you go get coffee, you say, I want the most expensive coffee. Who sells the most expensive coffee? Nobody does that. No one does that. No one does that, brother. I got Apple, but I don't have the most expensive Apple. I got a MacBook Pro, but I don't have the most expensive one. You know, you have equipment, but you don't go buy the most expensive there is. So it's against human nature for people to go looking for stuff and to buy the most expensive. I mean, are you running around driving Aston Martins and riding around in Bentleys? You have Ferraris in the parking lot? No. Oh, you were talking about the cord? You were talking about the he said, is that illegal? Well, yeah, so brother Frank, yes. So your price is your price. That is why there are so many service companies around. Everybody's conditions are different. Some people are rolling around, and this is I was checking out Mark the Mentor's broadcast. He was saying the same thing. So someone might have a service van that's already paid for, but your service van might not be paid for. Your service van, you might have just bought your service van. You might be running around with a $60,000, $70,000 service van. The next company is rolling around with $5,000 service vans. They're rolling around with 20-year-old trucks, 20-year-old vans. The next service company might have older technicians, heavy hitters, running around out there, and they know how to sell. They know how to, and they know which parts to sub out on units. They know how to rebuild units, and so older technicians are typically higher earners, right? They're higher earners versus a newer tech. So you might be running around with all new bloods, but your company isn't making as much money as the one with just a few older guys that are rebuilding everything, and they have the trust of the clientele. So there's just so many, there's just so many other things, man. There's so many. I might not have the same turnover as the other guy has. When you have turnover is so costly. It's taking up a lot of your time. Like, what was that, Appliance Boss? So I watch Appliance Boss because I'm a sicko. I like watching the drama that other people are going through, right? And you gotta, right, just going through the drama, trying to get and swap old parts. Yes. Speaking of that, one company. Like, I don't want to get robbed again, but I got like $250,000 worth of parts that I've over a period of a year. You too, if you're doing work and you have contactors, you have condenser fan motors, you got evaporator fan motors for walk-ins, for prep tables. You got, because I do hot side, you got thermal piles, you got thermal couples, you got pilots, you got gas valves. I have Harper Wyman natural gas, Harper Wyman propane. I have, and it just adds up. I've got motors for dishwashers, brand new motors. All of this stuff that I'm mentioning is brand new. I'm not mentioning anything that I've had that I might have taken from something else, because that doesn't really count. This is all brand new stuff. I got heating elements for American range convection ovens. Those are $1,000 a piece. The pumps for the dishwashers, those are all $1,000 a piece. So that stuff adds up. 2-3 motors. Yo, my apps, what's up? And so you're really locking up your money. It's not very healthy to do. I don't recommend for you to do it. Yeah, because I've been doing this so long, and you have it, and you're in a catch-22. You're in a catch-22. There we go. So so I go all the way out. Let's just say Sugarland. So for those of you guys that don't know, so Sugarland is a suburb. I'm in a suburb, but I'm in a more of a central south suburb. Sugarland is a southwest suburb. It damn near takes me an hour to get out there. I got to go all the way out there, and I need a motor for a dishwasher. That was a whole hell of a lot easier if I got that damn motor with me. Or I need a motor for a convection oven. Yes, and just like Frank said, you'd rather have it than to drive to go get it. And so I'm normally hitting myself because I'm like, damn, I got it. I gotta drive all the way back home. I gotta drive a damn hour back home to go get it, and then an hour back to go do it. Or I gotta let it pile up to tomorrow. And it's just a decision that you really don't want to make. And either way it goes, it costs you money because you don't have it on you. You're still able to do the job within 24 hours because you got it, but it's still a pain in the ass. And even contactors. Yeah, first call completes make you profitable. Yes. Hold on one second. So let me show you let me just show you this. This is as let me add this. I see Brother Dexter still here. Yeah, first call completes. That is 100% true. So here's something that as a service technician, we go through quite a bit, especially this time of year. And that is contactors. Now these are 120 volt 2-pole contactors. So you're going to need some of those. Then you need your 3-pole contactor. That's 24 volt coil. You're going to have some of these with a 24 volt coil. You're going to have some of these. You're going to need, here's the others. You're going to have contactors like this one. There's Mars. I have these motor contactors as well. 220 volt. See this one? This is $517. $517 for that one. Yeah, if we could do all first time completes, yeah, you be. So here's the thing. Here is the thing. Hold on one second. So I got an issue right now where I do ice machine. I have to do the ice machine cleaning. Ice machine cleaner is very acidic. So now I have ice machine cleaner in my service truck, and it's 100 something degrees inside the truck when I turn the AC off. Meanwhile, I got all of this stainless steel and motors and contactors and everything else. And the fumes from the ice machine cleaner is starting to eat up my components. It's starting to rust the heating elements that I got in the truck. Starting to eat up some of the evaporators that I got in the truck. So, issues. Where'd Brother Dexter go? Where you go, man? Uh-oh, Brother Dexter must have dropped. So you got that, but I'm just trying to show you. You got these damn contactors. So here's one for Champion, $501. You got to have these contactors. So this is a motor controller contactor. It might even say it that it's a motor controller. But I carry these contactors. I carry quite a few of these contactors because they go for a lot of different items. Here's one with a 220 volt coil. I know it says 230. That's 117. So you got to realize I'm carrying about 8 different contactors because I'm going to need contactors that are 24 volt. I need contactors that are 120. I need some that are 208 like this one. Well, not like that one. So some of these are basics. Once you're in the business for a little while, yeah, my apps. You know what? The problem I got is the ice melts and then the containers become buoyant and tip over. So I like where your head is at, bruh. I like where your head is at. But that's some of the problems. Yeah, but the problem is that I can't bring all of those caustic chemicals inside every time I stop and do a job. Every time I stop and do a job, I got to turn the vehicle off. I turn the vehicle off. I'm in Houston, Texas. It's 100 degrees in that damn van, and it ain't even 100 degrees outside yet. Oh, yeah. I do have some of those ice packs. I got a number of them. I might have to do that, like that, in a bucket, because somebody else was telling me the same thing about using a bucket. He said, man, one of the guys, he said, man, you should put that in a food grade bucket. So I do have some of those. Matter of fact, hold on 1 second. Yeah, I do have a number of those. Hold on 1 second. Got my little outdoor kitchen. Oh no, there it is. So I do have them. So these are, and the thing is, because I got a number of coolers, because I'll go out. So here's all the packs. So you were right about that. I should probably do that. Put these damn gel packs in there. They freeze together. Put these damn gel packs in there with some of the chemicals to keep them from shooting out into the air, and maybe put them in a tub. Because I have the gel packs, because I'm always out all day and I see all these great deals on food. I stop off. I go in Gordon's. I go in Webster. I go into Restaurant Depot. I go into these different places, and I'll see all kind of deals. So I usually have packs. I've shown you guys this stuff before. So I got Cisco in my market. You got Gordon's and Restaurant Depot, because they all three of them have chemicals. All three of them have chemicals, because I need descaler for dishwashers, descaler for ice machines, sanitizer for bins, and all that kind of stuff. All right. So what was I at? All right, we talked about Atosa. We talked about Blue Air. We talked about Dukers. And I'm gonna beat this one I'm gonna beat this horse till it's dead. I'm gonna tell you guys about Onera Group. I'm gonna tell you guys about Onera Group time and time again. Oh, let's see here. Let me see if I get Onera. Now, Onera is making. Let me see here. Onera is making refrigerators and hot side equipment for local. Let me see here. For, how do I put this? For local dealers. So as their house brand, they're making units. They're actually making the house brand for Costco. Yeah, hold on. Let me go through my emails. Because I talked to them today, because I'm letting everybody know that I'm open to doing more work with them. Because before I do the stuff, but I don't really. I only really take care of Fagor. Not Fagor, but Atosa, when it's somebody who I want to get. So Atosa, Dukers, Blue Air, they'll say, hey, we got this customer, they got an issue with their unit, and I'll say, who is it? And then if it's the name of somebody who I want to get, I'll take it. And that's basically how I use them. And they'll do that with me because I've been taking care of them for years. All right, let me give you, because Mary she's not really at the forefront anymore. It is a new woman. Hold on. It is a new woman taking this stuff. And I'm going to type this in the chat. All right, let me see here. Onera. Ingrid. Is it Ingrid? Yeah, it's Ingrid Hernandez. Let me see, this is the last one. Yeah. So I just talked to Ingrid today. Ingrid Hernandez. All right, so I'm gonna type her information in the chat. Let me see if I can find her. Ingrid Hernandez Onera. Oh, that's what she looks like. Louisiana? No. Let's see here. Ingrid Hernandez. Yeah, this is what comes up with Ingrid Hernandez LinkedIn. I don't like using freaking I don't like using LinkedIn. So let me go back. Let me put in Ingrid's information. Let me see if this number comes up. 305-779-0170. All right, so that comes right on up. Oh, that's the fax. Yeah. All right, cool. So here it is right here. Here's the number. That's the email address that you want to use. And then you want to speak with Ingrid. Now, one thing to keep in mind here is the way you're going to have to do your labor. Yeah, oh yeah, now there he is right there. All right, so you're going to have to do your labor the way that the big guys do. What do I mean by that? I mean, as you do your labor, so they break down everything, and they use a computer system. It's Davisware, and so you actually put in your mileage, and it's going to calculate your mileage. So you put in, if you had to drive a total of 30 miles, so you're going to put in 30 miles. I do $1.50 a mile, and then so it calculates that. Then you put in. Because it's going to be for Onera, you're only going to do about $110. You're only going to do $110. So let's just say you had to be there for 2 hours. So then it is, you're going to put in that itemized billing. So it's going to calculate, based on what you put in there, it's going to calculate that the 210 for labor for doing a controller. So 210 for labor, the mileage. Then they're going to pay you for the drive time. So if it took you an hour to get there, they're going to pay you then another 110 for your drive time. So now you're up to 330 plus whatever the mileage is on changing the controller or changing an evap fan or something like that. So that's how it works. So the number seems low, but what the big guys do is they charge for everything. And so it's already itemized right there, your the mileage. So you have to put in your cost for your mileage, your drive time you're putting in there, and then your labor time you're putting in there. Let me see if I can. Oh, let me see if I could get one for you guys. Hold on. It's not, because it's not Davis. It is. Oh, what the hell is the name of that thing? And I'm gonna get up out of here. Let me get up out of here after this. Hold on. Let me look at one of the service. So they're gonna send you a dispatch. Let me go into Gmail. Let me go into Gmail for you guys. Hold on. Oh, so here it is. La, 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 la. Alvin, Texas. That was the Chipotle I did. Where is it? Let me go do Ingrid. Or is it on Nara? Hold on. All right, we'll do Ingrid. It might not even be this. It might not be this email. I mean, this one is just for. No, this one is just for my damn phone calls. Damn, this is just for my phone calls. Damn. All right, hold on. This is what I'm gonna do for you guys. Hold on 1 second, because I want to show you. All right, so it's global warranty at Davisware. That's what it is. Global warranty. Davisware. All right, so 15 or 30 days? Yeah, I think it's 30 days. That's going to be typical. Oh, it's not going to show my thing. Hold on. Let me go into my thing. So they're going to give you one. They're going to give you a username and your password. This is the same service that 99% of the other service companies use. The only ones that aren't using this is like True. Oh, damn it. Hold on. They should get me in. And you can actually, damn it. And you can actually merge. You can merge all your accounts together on Davisware. Hold on. I think it's just not capital. I think that's what it was. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to switch. I'm gonna switch browsers. But this is Davisware. Everybody uses Davisware. Yep, there we go. All right, let me switch. I'm gonna switch for you guys. Oh, hold on a second. I'm gonna switch. Let me stop that screen. Share another one with you. I swear this thing is killing me. All right, fine. We'll have to share the entire damn screen. All right, bear with me 1 second. So here it is. As you see, Ingrid. Let me show you one, so I can show you how that works. I just did these the other day. I was like, hell with it. So this one, I had cut some wires. This is Sweet Intensity out there in Katy. We had some wires that had rotten. So I went out there 1 hour, 110. I told him it was 70 miles. I made this one $300. And what I had to do was just, splice some wires together. Replace damaged wires. So they gave me this one, and I was like, all right, whenever I'm out there. So I took care of some other stuff, and then when I went out there, Some of the wires had broken, so they had got wet. They broke, and then I went out there and did that. So they accepted everything, and they're gonna pay me. I've been dealing with Onera Group for over 10 years, so I've never had a problem with Onera Group. So yeah, this one, they just made it all 300 labor for me to splice those wires. So yeah, I did it I just chalked it up as an hour, and then because it was a little ways away, I made sure I did it with some other stuff, but I did all that one under like 70 miles there and back, and that made it about 300. Oh, let me see here. So this is my master account. I only got one other one on here. Who's the other one? Damn it. What else I got on here? Oh, what is this? What is this one? Says need more information. The hell was this one? Because some of these I've made it 2 or 3 calls on the same one. Because this is Juice Well. So when I went out, we had problems with the controller, so we changed the controller. Then I went back to follow up on it. I took care of a customer in the same building. Come to find out, some of the wires had broken on these units. So this one was just a controller, and they said they wanted more information. I don't know what the hell else they want. So so for this one, I charge them $157, and then on the same one, I'll show you again on the same one. Let me go back. So this is Sweet Intensity. Oh damn! I think that's the same one I charged another 300, or is this another one I charged 238? Yeah. So here it is again. This is Juice Well. So this is the same one on Richmond. So I went back and I charged them another 238, and I did find some broken wires on this one. So once again, I charged it for 1.5 hours, and then I charged them. Travel time was 1 hour. It's 25 miles. So that made it 238 for me to go on over there. They sent me the dispatch. I accepted it. Let's see here. Like I said, this is just wires, and it wasn't a compressor or anything else like that. And this is a Cutano one. So this is one sold through Costco. All right, so let me go back to claim list. So all in all, nothing real serious. And as you see, I don't do very many. I don't have very many. Approved, paid. What was this one? This was a controller or something like that. 390. I just bumped it up. I just said it was. What was that? 3 hours. I was still figuring out how the hell they do their numbers. So it made it. Oh, so I told them 540, and they changed it down to 390. Short paid due to exceeded the allotment for the repair. Blah blah blah. I went out and I changed it. I think I went out and I changed the controller on this one. Let me see who the hell this was for. Oh yeah, Open Door Mission. Yeah, I changed the controller on this one. So what I ended up doing on this one, so this call was 390. I went and did another one for Open Door Mission, the same unit. I went and I changed door hinge. Is this Open Door Mission? No, that's A-Smart. It's A-Smart. I had to change the controller over there. How much did I end up charging for this one? Yeah, 189. I'd only charged them 189 to go out there and change that controller. So all quick stuff. So all in all, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs for them in the last year. So you're not going to see very many, but it's going to get you quite a few jobs. So for Open Door Mission, I worked on I did a Hoshizaki ice machine for them for about $850. That's a COD. I fixed their tilted skillet for $1,000. That was COD. And then they want me to fix their 60-inch range and then another 60-inch griddle for them. I canceled this one because this was a food truck. So I don't do any food trucks. So this was Santa Barbara. The place is called Santa Barbara, but it's not. So I canceled that. And Katie, this ended up being a food truck. So I do not service food trucks. Yeah, customer did not want to cooperate. He didn't put a gas valve regulator on his deep fryer. And yeah, I canceled that one. Let me see here. Trying to see which accounts I have. I have to go through this thing again because I got so this is on Nera Group. Hold on, I got another one. Let me exit this. No, let me get yeah, there's the exit. Let me see who else I got here. Yeah, Beverage Air. So as I told you guys earlier, see, I don't do any warranty calls with Beverage Air. I am an ASA for Beverage Air / Victory, but Beverage Air Victory units don't break down like that. All my Beverage Air units are all COD. All COD. So you see it for yourself. For all of 2025, all of 2024, from those dates to that date, nothing. Beverage Air does not break down like that. Beverage Air and Victory. These units are very expensive. When they do break down, best believe it's going to be outside of the warranty period. Outside of the warranty period, but I am an ASA for it. And there's Victory. I have that background on my, so I got a couple clients with Victory, but these are rock solid. They do not break down like that. So you're not going to get warranty calls like that. You're going to get COD calls. And that's why I do these, because I want the COD. I don't want the damn warranty. And of course, the training center is over there in North Carolina, Winston-Salem. But yeah, you guys got any questions? Because I'm about to wrap this thing up. There we go. Let me wrap this thing up. Let me stop the sharing. All right. What about you, Brother Dexter? You got any questions? So you guys got the information for Asper. Hold on, let me add you to the thing because you're no longer on there. Oh, you're gone. Damn, he's gone. All right. Gordon, InnoServe. Right. So because I am a Gordon member, so when you go on the Gordon site, they do have when you go with Gordon, they do have their thing. I've never seen anybody rolling around working for Gordon, though. I've never even met anybody that worked for Gordon. Oh, it's Brother Dexter. Yo, you need another link? You need another link? Yeah, yeah. All right, hold on one second. I give you another. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up in a minute. This is brother Dexter right here. All right, so let me hit you up after I'm done then. All right, all right. So all right, so Gordon InnoServe now rolled out a site called Order Serve or yeah, and all kind of chemicals will pop up. Right, right. So here's the thing. Oh man, it is extremely difficult getting chemicals with Gordon. So I, from time to time, I will get my chemicals from Gordon if I run out because there are so many Gordon locations. I'll just swing on the inside of a Gordon and I'll pick up some descaler. So here's what we got. Hold on. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? For business, ordering and delivery. Ordering and delivery. Is it under this? Where the hell? Where's my truck? Because they will ship your stuff anywhere. Delivery. No. Man, this thing was much easier to find. Vendor submission form. Our markets. Maybe it's under our markets. When you use your phone, this thing pops up right away with the service part. The thing with Gordon and their chemicals, they only carry low temp detergent. 90% of my clientele use high temp detergent. Gordon can get you high temp detergent, but they don't carry it. Let me see what they got under our brand. Okay, it might be under here. Reserve. Nope, 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 nope. It's like he said, it's InnoServe. About Us. What was it? Let me see if I can find it. But I've yet to see anybody use any type of Gordon service as of yet. So Gordon's going to have the same problem. No problem, man. Gordon's going to have the same problem everybody else does, and that is holding on to technicians. Right now, everybody's offering bonuses and incentives. It's going to be damn. This is crazy because it used to be on here. It used to be on the Gordon site. Let me see. Visit our stores. It's like it is one of the things that you see right away when you go onto the Gordon website. All right. But it doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter. No, none of this stuff is. All of it is a work in progress. All of it's a working. Yeah, InnoServe, Kim Bev specialists are the technicians for Gordon's and third party. But the problem with Gordon's is they don't move equipment. So Restaurant Depot sells equipment. Who the hell else I got? Restaurant Depot sells equipment. Sam's Club sells equipment. Costco sells equipment. So they're at a disadvantage with that one because they don't provide any equipment. Event planning, in-store service, Gordon Go. Yeah, so it is just extremely difficult to get and to keep. Let's see here. It is extremely difficult and to keep a technician. So here's this commercial kitchens. Let me see what they're paying. Let's see if you guys can see. Yeah, you guys can see that. My other stuff is lagging. It is lagging. Let's see if they're willing to show. Because some of these companies are offering 6 figures they're offering, $10,000 sign-on bonus if you're willing to come on over. What the hell? All right, let me see if this is showing. Katie, Whataburger is hiring for their own technician. Yeah, Whataburger has always had their own technicians. Air Care, they have their own in-house technician, commercial maintenance. Cloud Kitchens, they're trying to hire their own people, $22 an hour. So, good luck. Like I said, this Air Care people are paying up to $35 an hour. So $25 an hour is $52,000 a year. So all of these jobs are paying over $52 just to get somebody. Coker, all right. So I know Coker is paying way more. Paid training. So they won't even put up the rate. Kitchen service tech. This is $45 an hour. Maintenance tech, $37. So you know what? Look, man. So many people are general parts. They're paying $45 an hour. 20 to 45. Do you have a driver's license? That is what they really want to know. Full time. General Parts is offering $20 to $45 an hour. 401k, profit sharing. Oh, so here it is. Here it is right there. $6,000 sign-on bonus. Oh, yeah. So this is what's going on in the field. So $6,000 sign up. So what did I tell you guys before? Maintain commercial kitchen equipment in schools, healthcare facilities, and restaurants. First thing on the list is schools. Then is healthcare facilities. Then it's restaurants. That lets you know what their emphasis is on. This is their bread and butter. Schools come first. It is extremely difficult for schools to hire an in-house technician that actually knows how to do plumbing, do electrical, fix broken glass, fix broken concrete, bricks, and that type of thing, and still be able to go ahead and fix a steamer, still be able to go ahead and fix a clamshell grill, still go in there and fix the 2,000-pound ice machine in the kitchen. So they outsource this stuff to, what is this, commercial kitchen or general parts? This is general parts. So $6,000 is for Sugarland. This lets you know they don't have a technician. You know what I'm saying? They're real short on technicians. That's $45 an hour. Dollars an hour is how much? Come on, man. So that's $93,000 plus a $6,000 sign-on. So that's $93,000. So they're paying $93,000 plus a $6,000 sign-on. Yo, what's up, brother? So that's $100,000. So if you jump ship and going over to them, you're looking at $100,000. What's the word, brother? So that's what we're dealing with now. So if you're not taking a young guy from scratch and training them up to work for you, to work in your company, and giving them incentive bonuses and things like that, why is someone going to stay with you when they can go on over there and get $100,000? So they could just go on over, they can just go down the street. And this is not the only one. This is not like this is a big time bonus. This is not like this is a big time bonus. And it's not unique to Houston. This is Houston. I mean, the bonuses are going to be way bigger in New York. That's General Parts. I think I did it. Yeah, I did General Parts. Coker won't even put their stuff up there. Coker won't even put it up there. So this is going to be, let me see if I can find smart within, hell, I'll do 50 miles. And let me see if I can change. I'll do mid, well, no. Damn it, I'll go back to mid-level. I'll go all back to all. And, ooh, yeah, let me do the pay is 70 plus. Boom. We still got, yeah, you got it. Well, forget the helper, man. A helper, we don't need a helper. Unless, I don't need no damn helper. I need somebody out there that's going to go out there and make some money. Like I was talking to my father, it's like, hey, look, man, you really just need somebody to go and put eyes on the unit just to calm the customer down. When they say, oh, man, we got this problem with the unit, 9 times out of 10 is something minor. You are the real star of the show, and you're running around going and doing, the heavy lifting. But you need somebody to go out there and make sure the controls are set. You need somebody to go out there and make sure the door gaskets aren't torn. You need somebody to go out there and clean the ice machine, all that kind of stuff. And that doesn't take you that long to train somebody up to do that kind of stuff. And that is primarily where you're going to keep them at for years. So you're never really going to train them to do heavy lifting stuff. That's not going to come down the line for years. And like I said, all of these are jobs, they said $70,000, blah, blah, blah. I didn't want HVAC. I wanted, commercial kitchen. I don't know who the hell these people are. So this is a commercial kitchen service tech manager. Yeah, small. Sorry about that. Yeah, small stuff. So $45 an hour. So whoever the hell, that's on Almeida. Okay, I do know who these people are. Industrial Tent Systems. I do know who they are. Yeah, like they say, ITS. And when you see these guys run around, it's just a small ITS on the damn truck. That's it. They don't have Industrial Tent Systems plastered all over the vehicle. It is just a small 3 letters there. And not even a freaking phone number. So, like what we talked about earlier, responsible for performing repairs, maintenance and installation on the equipment, troubleshooting, warmers, steam tables, right? Refrigeration, oven, steamers. Now this is different. They're doing mixers. So very few companies do mixers, because you got to remove them. All right, lubricate worn parts, blah, blah, blah. All that fun stuff. Let me see here. You know what? Let me see if I can find Hobart. Service tech. Okay. All right. So Hobart is paying $57 an hour. Oh, no, that's not Hobart. New IEM? I don't know who the hell that is. $57 an hour, though. Nice. Who the hell is New IEM? $57 an hour. Cool Air is $40 an hour. Let me see if I can find Hobart. I'll find Hobart. Tech job, and I'm gonna wrap this up. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, Stormtrooper 88. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money in it. A lot of money. See, this is pretty weak. Oh damn, there was another one. Oh, see. Here we go. Here we go. And that's South freaking Dakota. That's South Dakota. Yeah, cooling towers. They got to take care of them damn cooling towers. So this is Hobart. In South Dakota, they're paying 90. So you know it is paying here. Urgently hiring. Why? Because Hobart makes the equipment. They don't control the selling of the equipment, but they make the equipment. They sell service plans on the equipment. And they have the parts for them. Look at this. So here in Houston, she won't even put, it's a woman that runs the Hobart office over there, 77040. And this is just a pay information not provided. Yeah, because I guarantee you, yeah, they're not even putting the labor up. But as you can see, they're paying, out there in South Dakota, they're paying 90. So you can gather what they're paying over here. You can put two and two together what they're paying. They don't want weekends off or weekends as needed, blah blah blah. Dallas, Texas, they won't put it. But here it is. You see, they're stretching up to 90 grand. This is hiring outside. This ain't internal. This is not internal. This is outside techs. So once again, so here's Rhode Island, 3790. Once again, we saw with the 40, 3790 is, hold on, 3790. So that is $78,000. So you're looking at $78,000 per year with that one. And that is a service one. That is a class one technician for Hobart. So that's not 2, that's not 3. This is just Hobart. This is just one of so many. All right, let me do Smart Care. I could do this all day. Smart Care is doing all kind of devious stuff. Louis just, oh God, damn. What the hell? Okay, that's insurance. That's something different. I was like 105. There's Smart Care. So Smart Care is doing about the same. So that's 40 an hour in New York. And they got a referral program. You get a company truck, you get the fuel card, blah, blah, blah. What's Smart Care paying in Florida? Oh, they won't show it. They won't show what it's paying in North Carolina. Oh, let's see here. Smart Care, North Carolina is 23 an hour. So it's, oh, let's see here. Smart Care in Texas. See, they're holding back on a lot of this stuff, but you guys get the idea. You get the idea. Smart Care. Let me see if I can find tech. Kitchen tech. Salary. Yeah, so Smart Care, this is what Smart Care is doing. Average salary for working for Smart Care is 60 grand. And that's not your bonuses, that's not overtime. And if you know anything about Smart Care techs, you know, Yeah, man, I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna hang up my damn self. But yeah, the money is out there, and it gets really competitive. It gets really competitive. So this is one of the things you got to be mindful of when you're training. When you're training your new technicians, is that you could be training them to go ahead and get a better job. So you want to train them to do things that are going to be profitable for you. And unfortunately, you gotta give them pieces to the puzzle without the whole thing. Because once they learn how to do their own, once they learn how to put it all together, sometimes they end up becoming your competition, and other times they end up jumping ship and then learning under you, which good for them. They go ahead and end up making 65, 75 grand with corporate America, you know. But you still got to be. Let me see what InnoServe. InnoServe, Gordon Food Service, Tech, salary. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So you see, Gordon Food Service is paying those InnoTech technicians 58. They're paying them 58. So they're trying to do more than the $25 an hour. Refrigeration tech is 29, so that's going to be more than the 58. Maintenance person 60, fleets. Yeah. So this is yeah, I know, first class. So this is, you can still get your own technician, right? It's not like you can't. You're going to generate six figures off of a single employee out there descaling ice machines. You're going to make, well, yeah, it's not just six figures. You're going to make anywhere between 250 and 300,000 on the low side, just having them clean ice machines. Let me do the calculator. You know, so if you got them, let's say 850, 2 units. So if they're doing that a day, times 5 days, it's 8,500 a week times 52. So that's 400. That's over 400,000. That's over 400,000 if you got them doing cleaning plans. That's at that rate. So that's not even a $1,000 cleaning. That's just $800 cleaning, and just having them doing 2 cleanings for you. And meanwhile, you're going around changing circulation pumps. You're going around changing displays, you know, the different controllers and all that kind of stuff. All of these different things. So it's not, you know, it's not like you're not going to be able to make any money with an employee. You're going to be able to make money. It's not like you have to train them to do seal system and things like that. Just, you know, like I said, fixing commercial dishwashers and all that kind of stuff, just having them do lightweight stuff, freeing you up to do the bigger jobs. Or if you get to the point where you're going to have someone else do the bigger jobs, have another technician run around doing the preventative maintenance, changing floats, changing seals on water intakes, that kind of stuff, especially for dishwashers. because all that stuff has to be done quarterly. You put everybody on a service preventive maintenance program where you're going out, cleaning the ice machines every 2 months. You're going out, changing the inserts on the water seals. On the fill valves, on the dishwashers every 6 months. All that kind of good stuff. There's money to be made out there, and meanwhile, you can go out there and do what you need to. No, that was a year, bro. That's a year. So follow with me now. Hold on. So you do 2 ice machine cleaning. You do single cleaning for $850. They do 2 of those a day. That's 1,700. 1,700 times 5. That's 8,500 a week. There's 52 weeks in a year. Do you see the math? You see the math? You see it? You see it now. So that's ice machine cleaning. So so you round down on a lot of it. So some of the cleanings might be $1,000. Other cleaning might be $650. So you bring down the average around like $850. And so if you got them doing 2 cleanings a day, which you can often, I have, like Charles, if Charles was here, we got clients that have, like we used to do, like Charles, we used to do Tokyo Marine. They had 18 Hoshizaki ice machines at that insurance place, And so those, you might just do those for like $650. 2 a day, 10 a week. There you go. 2 a day, 10 a week. And there are 52 weeks in a year. 52 weeks in a year. So even if let's say you do $650 of cleaning, you have them do 2 cleanings a day. That's 1,300, which the average service ticket should be on a COD should be 1,300. All right, times 5. That's 6,500 that the technician is doing. Times 52. That's still $300,000. That's what it means to have a technician. Now do you see why I say, yeah, I got to go ahead and get this damn tech. I got to go ahead and do it. I got to do it. So you have people in this chat, they go out and they know what this is. They know what this, watch this. They know what this is. Watch this. Hold on 1 second. What's that right there? What's this? What's this? That's Hilton, right? What does Hilton have? Hilton has ice machines on every floor. If not every floor, then every other floor, right? Hotels have plenty of ice machines. So I said 2 a day because you're not going to kill these people. And I do real cleaning. Anybody that works with me does a real cleaning. They're not going to go and dump solution in the machine, run it on the clean cycle, wipe the bin, and then run on to the next one. That's what my competitors do. We actually, when I say we, it's like me and anybody that works with me. Anybody that works with me, we tear the entire machine down. We take it completely apart, clean, sanitize every component. You have retirement homes, you have old folks homes. They have a number of ice machines there. So when you actually do have someone, when you actually do have someone working with you, that's something that you then hit are, now you're doing hotels, now you're doing thanks, bro. Now you're doing hotels, now you're doing retirement homes. And Brother Charles, no, he used to do them private schools. You do. He still does. He still does the daycares. So that's one of Brother Charles' favorite accounts is the daycares. So I got Kids Are Kids, Goddard School, Le Petite. I've showed you a number of those, and I passed by another one today. Oh, Ivy Kids. So you got a number of those places, and they all have ice machines. They all have ice machines. You have the state coming in and check, and then you have the city coming in and check. Why? Because they have the kids there. So you got a number of different agencies, and both of them are checking the ice machine to make sure that there's no mold, that the ice machines are working, all that other kind of stuff. So these are just, like I said, I don't want to oversimplify. I don't want to oversimplify these numbers, but and once again, when you have the, oh damn, that was a nice little picture. When you have these places, let me see if I can. When you have these places, you really need a woman to go ahead and present your information. A woman has no problem walking up to these places and talking to these people. You as a man are going to have resistance walking up, ringing the doorbell, even talking with them. They're only going to talk to you behind the glass, and they're not going to be too receptive to anything you have to say. They're really weird about that. All they can think about is the kids. They're like, oh, some weird man is at the door trying to get the kids. That's all they think about. And that is their only thing. And yes, these things are all year round. Summertime, you still have programs for the kids. My mother she's an actual school nurse in the summertime. She's retired, but she's a school nurse in the summertime. So you have these places, they got ice and all that kind of stuff. They have ice, they have dishwashers. Like I said, so this is just one. You have a number of these places. I don't care where you live. We got a number of years before the child's numbers drop. So right now, there's still a lot of these places, and they need service, and there aren't enough people that could service this kind of stuff. Keep it maintained. So just remember, they always have to have fridges, they have to have freezers, they have ice machine, they have dishwasher, and then they have ovens and microwaves. Lots of work. Some of them actually have residential wash and dryers. So that's where your skills come into play. They're going to have some will have residential ovens, others will have commercial ovens. It all depends on if they have the right vent hoods and whatnot. So Kids Are Kids. So you have a number of these places. All you need to do is you need to have your technician doing 2 jobs a day. Get them doing 2 jobs a day. You'll actually have some decent money coming in. 2 jobs a day. 2 jobs a day. That's the goal. That's what all the large companies do. And if you got them doing 2 calls a day, generating a decent amount, you'll be fine. All right. I'd like to thank you all for hanging out with me. Thank you for donating to the channel. I appreciate that. I'm glad I'm out of YouTube jail. YouTube actually has about $365 for me that they are going to give to me once I verify my bank account. So I appreciate all of you, and I'll catch you guys on Monday. Peace.
and be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
You damn skippy it was, bro, man. You got to go, man. Nah, follow this trail. You got to get up on out of here. Let's go, bro, man.